more junior cantors. These girls are going to start to date before you know it. You're going to lose them.
favor, light the little candle for me.
Jess, hand her the microphone.
Use yours. Yours is a talking mic. She's here. She's here. It's on. It's on. Yeah, get a chair. Shalom, everybody. Shabbat shalom. We have a very great problem. We don't have enough seats, so we're getting more seats. Don't worry, they're coming. We'll have a seat for you soon if you don't have one. If you see an empty seat, please take it. We welcome our board members, Alyssa Polis and Deanna DeArkland, to give our announcements this evening. Yeah.
All right, Shabbat Shalom. So we just have a few announcements. Adult B'nai Mitzvah classes are in its third week, and there's still time to register and receive materials for this class if you want to participate. Pamela Henderson is leading this class on Tuesdays, so you can register on the website to take part via Zoom. Do you want to read this one?
Sure.
Yesterday, our congregation hosted Rabah Rona Matlow, who presented a lecture called Frequently Mistranslated or Misinterpreted Biblical Verses. A lot of people signed up and enjoyed the lecture. Her second lecture of her two-part series takes place Thursday, February 24th, and is called R-Rated Torah, the stuff we never talk about in shul. Rabah warned it's graphic and not for the faint of heart. You can sign up now on our website at www.lvnertami.org.
We'll also be kicking off our Chavarot program in the next few weeks and are asking interested members to sign up now to say what groups they want to be a part of and if they want to lead a group. Some of the groups that we're trying to start are an adventure club, a book club, caregivers, caring for each other. We're going clubbing? Rabbi said we're going clubbing. C&T preschool families, conversion crew, dining club, all sorts of Havarot group. Or you can create your own group. A Havara is a small group of fellow congregants who want to share life experiences, interests, and passions with and build long-lasting relationships within our larger community. Our membership vice presidents, Barney and Alyssa Polis, are leading the charge, and you can sign up now on the website.
It's a very easy submission form to fill out, so hop on our website for that. We want to thank the Temple for sponsoring tonight's Oneg to Go. As you leave us tonight, make sure to pick up a snack to enjoy on your way home.
We also want to thank Rabbi Axelrod, Cantor Hutchings, Ed Birch on piano, Della Costa, our shamus, Haley, and Kita. Good job.
Yeah. We have John Henderson
And
Brad
John Henderson.
Fortune.
I apologize.
Eddie Birch is home resting as he should be for all the bar mitzvahs he's done this month. And Glory Rosenberger. I said Brad. I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray down in the valley. want to hear or see or feel or touch? What is it in your heart tonight, Delaney? Gratitude? All right. I want to feel gratitude. I want to feel gratitude down in the valley and over yonder. I want to feel gratitude. And I want to see some good attitude too. All right, what else? What else do we want to see or feel? What? Nobody? Everyone's just like, bleh.
There's a piece over here.
Peace. All right. I want to see peace in our world. I want to see peace in our world. Down in the valley and over yonder. I want to see peace in our world. All right, Bella, did you have one? All right. I want to see somebody's happiness. I want to see somebody's happiness down in the valley and over yonder. I want to see somebody's happiness. All right, and last one. Oh, Remy. What was it? I can't hear. Okay. How about I want to feel somebody's love. I want to feel somebody's love. I want to feel somebody's love down in the valley and over yonder. I want to feel somebody's love.
Good Shabbos, everyone.
Good job.
Let's have a little time. It is so good to be surrounded by people. It really is. It's good to see all of you, to feel you. We welcome not only those who are physically present, but those who are watching on our website. It is Shabbat in the Round, a very special service in which we sing melodies that hopefully are easily learned, touch the soul and spirit, and bring a sense of joy to our very being. We intersperse reflections, and tonight's reflections are in the spirit of the International Holocaust Remembrance Day that we observed this past January 27th. And that date was chosen because it was the day Auschwitz was liberated. You know, all member states of the UN are encouraged to observe this holiday. It's a noble thought. And yet the Holocaust is still being used in so many inappropriate ways. Sometimes for political ways, sometimes for just denial. But it's important to learn the lessons of the Holocaust so that it won't happen not just to our people, but to any people. And so we thought, Cantor and I, that what we would do is to take the actual spirit of this observance and offer up several vignettes that we hope will inspire and touch your heart. Some of them are familiar, some less so, but they are from the wisdom and spirit of Anne Frank. Her optimism in the face of her darkest days really does continue to inspire. And perhaps that is one reason why her diary is read by millions around the world to this very, very day.
I want to hear somebody pray. I want to hear somebody pray. Down in the valley and over yonder, I want to hear somebody pray. שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
So you may or may not have noticed that we have some new speakers that we're trying out and some new microphones that we're trying out, and things are a little different. Hopefully they sound a little better in here. There is some feedback from the community online that they cannot hear so well. They would like you to increase the volume on the live stream. So if you have any other feedback, please head on back to Alex and James and let them know. We're going to continue with our service. We bring in the light of Shabbat.
Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. We light the lights of Shabbat. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. Lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom. May you have a peaceful day. Shabbat Shalom. May you have a restful day. Bring in the light, bring in the light, bring in the light of Shabbat. We light the lights of Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu. Lahadlik ner, lahadlik ner, lahadlik ner shel Shabbat, lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We welcome the Shabbat angels.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem leshalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem. Baruchuni leshalom, Malachei Hashalom.
A favorite story I like to tell is a conversation between a rabbi and his student. The student says, "Rabbi, pardon me for saying this, but religion isn't for me. All this praying and so forth, and people are still doing bad things. Religion just does not work." The rabbi thought for a moment and said, "You know, you're so right. You know what? We should also get rid of soap too." "Huh? Well, we got lots of soap and people are still dirty." The student replied, "Get rid of soap? Well, it only works if people use it." "Ah," said the rabbi. Anne Frank wrote so beautifully these words: "People who have a religion should be glad, for not everyone has the gift of believing in heavenly things. You don't necessarily even have to be afraid of punishment after death. Purgatory, hell, and heaven are things that a lot of people can't accept, but still a religion, it doesn't matter which, keeps a person on the right path. It isn't the fear of God, but the upholding of one's own honor and conscience. How noble and good everyone could be if every evening before falling asleep, they were to recall to their minds the events of the wild day and consider exactly what has been good and bad. Then, without realizing it, you try to improve yourself at the start of each day. Of course, you achieve quite a lot in the course of time. Anyone can do this. It costs nothing and is certainly very helpful. Whoever doesn't know it must learn and find by experience that a quiet conscience makes one strong."
A beautiful midrash depicts Adam's first night on earth, alone in the garden. He shudders as the sun begins its descent from the sky, fearful that it will never arise again and he will be relegated to a lifetime of darkness. Watching, waiting, his weary eyelids grow heavy as the last light fades, until the first gleam of daybreak emerges from the horizon just hours later. The light has returned. Adam realizes that this is the way of the world, the passing of time, the seamless flow of light into dark, and darkness back again into light. We rise for the Baruch Hu.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech, golel or mipnei choshech, v'choshech mipnei or. Shema
dark roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. So we've been carefully, purposely adding songs here and there, prayer songs with different melodies, and we'll make a new Shabbat in the Round Siddur for you when we're all done. But our addition this week was inspired by Glory, who has brought this to our religious school, and they seem to like it a lot, and I like it too. So this is Josh Goldberg's Ve'ahavta. All you have to do is hear what she is singing and sing it back. You shall love with all your soul, and all your might, and all your might. Teach these words, day and night, through day and night, through all your children. For it's their right. Wear them proudly as a sign upon your hand. As a crown above your eyes, and you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates throughout all time. And you shall love Adonai with all your soul, and all your might, and all your might. Teach these words, day and night, to all your children. For it's their right. Wear them proudly as a sign upon your hand, and as a crown above your eyes. And you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates throughout all time.
I'll do that to Mishbeach. No. You got yours. You could do Michamocha and then do your vignette. I'll do it after Mishbeach. Another favorite story of mine. A mom noticed that her son had not attended services that day. When she saw him later in the day, she said, "Son, I didn't see you in shul. Where were you?" Her son replied, You know, Mom, I was outside praying today. I wanted to be in the forest with nature." His mom replied, "Son, your prayers are answered by God in shul or outside. It is the same thing." Her son replied, "Yes, but I am not the same." We find spirituality in many places depending upon circumstances, life events, but the important thing is that we continue the journey towards spirituality and the search for the divine in our world. Despite the severity of her world, Anne Frank was wise enough to write, "The best remedy for those who are afraid, lonely, or unhappy is to go outside, somewhere where they can be quite alone with the heavens, nature, and God. Because only then does one feel that all is as it should be, and that God wishes to see people happy amidst the simple beauty of nature. As long as this exists, and it certainly always will, I know that then there will always be comfort for every sorrow, whatever the circumstances may be. And I firmly believe that nature brings solace in all troubles." Anne Frank.
And when we see miracles, we sing this song, Who is like you, Mi Chamocha. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, nora tehilot osefele, nora tehilot osefele. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya 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 la 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 la. Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? In the summer of 2018, I had the privilege to take a group of young adults to Berlin to study the reparations for what had happened in the Holocaust and the fight against anti-Semitism in modern-day Germany through education, law, and meaningful change. On our way to Europe, it was very, very important to me that I checked something off of my bucket list. Along with a few dear friends, some in this room right now, we took a detour to Amsterdam and visited Anne Frank's annex, where she hid for years and penned her famous diary, Kitty. It was surreal. It was gut-wrenching. It brought me right to the space of being a young girl reading the diary. When I was just 11 years old, I read Anne's diary for the first time. The words on the page penetrated my soul and transported me to the annex. The arguments with her sister Margot, her big crush on Peter, and her longing to simply go outside and feel the sun on her skin. It was vivid as real life. Every time she expressed fear or sorrow, I felt despair that I could not go there and set her free. When I reached the end and learned that she died, I felt determined to live proudly Jewish because she could not. So I had a memory that came back to me again last night when my niece Amaya came into town, and the first thing she told me was, Aunt Jessica, we're learning about Anne Frank. I just read her diary. So it brought me to this memory, learning about World War II during 7th grade history. My teacher was talking about the facts and the figures, which country was fighting which, where the political challenges were, but nothing came up about the Shoah after a week of lessons. So I raised my hand in honor of Anne and the millions lost and said, does any of this even matter if we're not talking about the Holocaust? When do we talk about the mass genocide? When do we talk about the Jews? Did you know 6 million Jews died during this war? I don't understand how we can discuss this history without talking about humanity turned against a whole demographic of people. I'm Jewish, and I am taught never to forget. The teacher responded that we would get into it, and we did. It was a half of a page of content out of the whole chapter in the history book. She pulled me aside after class and said, "You know, I'm half Jewish. Judaism is a religion, not a culture, and we don't discuss religion in public school." I wish I would have had the nerve to stand up to her and say more than, "We are a religion and a race." I wish I would have reminded her that anti-Semitism was real and we are all responsible to combat it. I should have said that teaching and learning about the Holocaust is history we can learn and do better from, and not the practice of Jewish faith. I look at some of my students today, like Magnolia and Hannah and Jack and Madison, so many of you, and I know that you would speak up in the face of this discrimination and inaccuracy. I can't go back and stand tall in that moment, but if we are faced with it in the here and now, we can do things differently. All we have to do is turn to Anne. On the wall in my office is a gorgeous piece of art Rabbi commissioned for me when I first started here at Ner Tamid. It reads my favorite quote: "How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world." Anne Frank lives in each of us. Her bravery and insight is a lesson to us. Even when times seem dark and we hear and see things that are unjust, false, or dehumanizing, we can be the difference. We can pray with our feet and make change. We can change the narrative. Even hiding in an annex, and even without knowing, decades later, Anne's words pierce and motivate us. She didn't wait, she wrote. She accounted for it all, and we can do our part too. So now is the part of our service where we are about to rise and pray together the Amidah prayers, the standing prayers. The prayers where it takes all of us in this room and our collective prayer to say these words. And yet the words are so personal. The words are within our hearts. The words are on the page. I heard that in Rabbi's substitution of adult B'nai Mitzvah this week, he talked about keva and kavanah. This is our opportunity to do those things, to have the words on the page and let them lift us up to a spiritual place. So normally in our Siddur, we enter with Adonai Sefatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagid Tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. But in Shabbat in the round, we say something a little different. We put our personal prayer, we fill in the blank. Adonai, love me. Adonai, care for me. Adonai, heal me. Whatever it is, we put it in now. I'll be asking for your part in just a moment, and you can say it on the live stream as well. Adonai, love me, Adonai, love me, Adonai, love me, please love me, Adonai. Adonai, guide me, Adonai, guide me, Adonai, guide me, please guide me, Adonai. Adonai, inspire me, Adonai, inspire me, Adonai, inspire me, please inspire me, Adonai. Now it's your turn. What are you asking God for tonight? Delaney? Stand up with me. Adonai, stand up with me, Adonai, stand up with me, Adonai, stand up with me, please stand up with me, Adonai. Anyone else? Remy? Courage. Adonai, give me courage. Adonai, give me courage. Adonai, give me courage. Please give me courage, Adonai. From online, make me happy. Adonai, make me happy. Adonai, make me happy. Adonai, make me happy. Please make me happy, Adonai. One more look around the room. Strengthen me. Adonai, strengthen me, Adonai, strengthen me, Adonai, strengthen me, please strengthen me, Adonai. You can fill in those blanks for as long as you want. Tonight we're going to rise in silent Amidah prayer, so you can use the words on the page or the words within your heart. And when you've completed your prayers, please be seated.
Adonai, love me, Adonai, love me, Adonai, love me, please love me, Adonai. Yehi ratzon imrefi, vehegyon libi lefanecha. Yehi ratzon imrefi, vehegyon libi lefanecha. Adonai, my rock, Adonai, my rock. Adonai, my rock, you rescue me. Adonai, my rock, Adonai, my rock. Adonai, my rock, you rescue me.
If you're watching on the live stream and you would like to have us say aloud the names of those you are thinking of for Misha Berach, for healing prayers, please submit them in the chat now.
So our thoughts turn to prayers of healing, of hope, and strength. For those in our family and those in our circle of love, people who struggle with physical illness, matters of the heart, and mind, addiction too. We think of caregivers who give of themselves tirelessly so that people they care about are brought comfort and hope in their time of need. So if there is someone special to you that you would like to say, please stand, and as my eyes meet yours, simply say their name. And while you are standing, I share this list. You think of Bessie and Jaden Bruno, Sari Ray Greenspan, Suzanne Denton Pratt, Georgia Kokia, Jeremy Filer, Logan Knapp and Knapp family, Karen Murkow, David Coleman. Always think of my sister Dina.
Angela Siegel, Andre Acosta, AJ Novelli, Marty Reingold, Jay Chase, Kim Rodriguez, Michael Kolodner, Lucas, Arlene Kolodner, Melissa Neal, Michelle Guthrie, Paul Maharis, Matthew Oakley, Sheldon Jacobs, Brad Gilbert, Zara Leah, Karen Beth, Leona Graup, Gary Bernstein, Roger Hurt.
Mikor habracha It's up to us to call ourselves to task, to sing what's good and true, to bring about redemption. It's what we were free to do. For what's the point of being here if we're not moved to change our ways? Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. We are carrying the stories of the ones who came before. What stories will be told of us when we are here no more? We commit ourselves to action. It brings meaning to our days. Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. It's up to us to own the vision. We are an answer to a call. It's up to us to live the words we speak for the benefit of all. It's up to us to bow down deeply. There's a broken world to raise. Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. Aleinu l'shabeach. It's time to live our praise. We rise for the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, l'ateit gedula le'otzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegei haratzon, ve'lo samanu kemishpechot ha'adama, shelo samchalkenu kahem, ve'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim u'mishachavim u'modim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu. Please be seated. Now, if there are people in your life that are no longer here and you wish to recall them tonight, whether they've passed recently or you're observing the anniversary, the yortzeit of their death, or you're simply thinking of them tonight, please enter their names in the chat at this time. Those who sow in tears will reap in joy, will reap in joy. Those who sow in tears will reap in joy. It's the song of the dreamer. From the dark place it grows, like a flower in the desert, the oasis of our souls. Come back where we belong. You who hear our longing cries, our mouths, our lips are filled with song. You can see it from our tear-filled eyes. Those who sow in tears will reap in joy, will reap in joy. Those who sow in tears will reap in joy.
And so we say Kaddish for Morris Steinberg, Terrence Higgins, Frank Heyman, Rose Downs, Richard Miller, Lawrence Jerome Copland, Rose Rubin, Betty Edelman Brandis, Dr. Norton Reutman, James David Callan. We think of the yortzeits of Philip Campbell, Gary Ewan, Arthur Friedner, William Gableman, Marilyn Garth, Sella Hochstein, Liebe Kirshenovich, Sophia King, Caroline Lewis, Lucy Lunenfeld, Bernice Oren, Arnold Poster, Herman Rabinowitz, Ludmila Mila Rubinoff, Sheldon Silber, and Dorothy Werner. If there are those here who would like to say Kaddish for someone, please stand as my eyes meet yours. Simply say their names.
Ellen Shore, Lucy Lunenfeld, Dawn and Faye Feldman, Moshe Dome, Aryeh Frankel, Gerald Reed, Adolph and Fanny Grief. Theodore Ben Pesach, Stuart Baker, Mindy Nanny, Neil Hacken.
Let us rise. As we think of all those who we care about, who we remember, we say, Yit Gadol, V'yit Kadash, Shmei Rabbah, V'yalma, Divrach, Hirutei, V'yamlich Malchutei, V'chayechon, Yomechon, V'chayei Dechol Beit Yisrael, Magalav Izman Kari V'imru, Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mevorach, Le'olam Omei Almaya, Yit Barach, V'yishtabach, V'yit Pa'ar, V'yitramam, V'yit Naseh, V'yit Hadar, V'yit Taleh, V'yit Halal, Shmei Dekusha Barichu, Leila Min Kol Birchata V'shirata, Tush Bechata V'nechemata, Damiram B'yalma V'imru, Amen. Yehi Shlomo Rabba Mishamai V'chaim, Aleinu V'yal Kol Yisrael V'imru, Amen. Osei Shalom B'mramav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu V'yal Kol Yisrael V'imru, Amen.
Those who sow in tears will reap in joy.
Well, we're going to have Kiddush and Motzi in just a moment, but I want to do, don't we have a reminder about this Sunday? We have a Parents' Education Day.
If you are the parent of a 4th and or 5th grader, it is Family Learning Day, and Rabbi will be teaching something so life-changing, you don't want to miss it.
Well, I don't know about that, but I don't want you to miss it. You see, we're getting the fuzz. But this Sunday, if you are a parent of someone in 4th and 5th grade, where's the crackle?
It's not me.
I don't know. 4th and 5th grader, please make your way to synagogue on Sunday. Also, those of you who are here, right after services are over, I want to meet everybody just at the front of the sanctuary. I'm not going to wait too long, so just make your way over there. I want to say something to everybody in private. Thank you. Mystery.
Everybody here?
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Okay. I don't think my microphone's working now. Here.
Hello? Okay. Not a really great sell for new speakers here so far. Okay.
Kiddush and Motzi, here we go.
Let's have some Kiddush and Motzi. All right, our Shearhart and junior cantors are going to be our honorees tonight for Kiddush and Motzi. We want to make sure we say a big thank you to Glory, John, and Brad, and all of our Shearhart and junior cantor singers tonight. We also want to thank Alex and our new friend James on sound, and of course our wonderful Rabbi, Dell, our staff that helped, everybody, all of you for being here tonight. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. We have our Nitty Lounge night tonight, so if you are 8th through 12th grade and you are joining us for some fun, I believe it's on the patio, stick around and find out. Parents, that means dinner without your kids.
Don't forget about the to-go bags for Oneg.
We have to-go bags for Oneg, for our Oneg, so everyone, please take part in that as well. Thank you all for being here. We end with a song of peace led by our Shearheart and junior cantors. I'm going to turn this mic around.
Oh, I gotta stand up. Shabbat shalom, everyone.